Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again to an episode of Bull Reviews. I am Bull, and I am reviewing a Marvel Legends Spider-Man Venom figure. This is from the Absorbing Man Build-A-Figure wave. So there's been a lot of Venoms and a lot of symbiote stuff being released for Marvel Legends lately. And if I'm completely and utterly honest, I've never liked the symbiote stuff much. And Venom's been real hit and miss, mostly miss for me. But the funny thing is when I was a kid, when I first started collecting comics, way back when, early junior high or 6th grade, somewhere in there, when I first really started collecting as opposed to just getting an occasional issue for a birthday or Christmas, going out and buying with my own money, one of the very first issues I ever bought was Spider-Man 300, Amazing Spider-Man 300. And that was not the first appearance of Venom, but it was the second appearance, I want to say, third appearance. I think he showed up in Spider-Man 298 initially. But Spider-Man 300 was where he really, you really got to see him and really got to meet him, got some backstory and stuff. And back then, Eddie Brock was bulky, had kind of a bodybuilder build. But as Venom, he didn't look any bigger than he did as Eddie Brock. So he was just kind of a beefy character, but he wasn't this huge, hulking, massive thing. The other thing is he didn't have the crazy teeth and tongue in his early appearances. His first few appearances, he just had a mouth. And it looked relatively like a normal mouth, but it just opened up on the mask. And to me, that was just so creepy. Way more creepy than the teeth and the tongue and stuff was. And I remember Todd McFarlane, because this was Todd McFarlane's art at the time. And one of the things Todd had said in an interview at the time about how it was in one of the letters pages, I believe, of a later Spider-Man. Because as Spider-Man went on, his mouth grew bigger and, he got the tongue and stuff like that. And that was, Todd McFarlane had said that was, he was doing it that way to represent how Venom was becoming crazier and crazier. And it was sort of an extension of his madness. So it's kind of stuck with me that that's not something that a later artist ever followed up on, because Venom is, calmed down and become a hero sometimes and whatever. But he's retained that crazy mouth and teeth and usually the big hulking giant body and everything like that. And I'm just not a fan of that. So this was the Venom I really, really wanted. And I was able to pick it up recently thanks to Nomadic Collectibles. And I'll put a link to their page down in the description below. But a big thanks out to Matthew Schnell from Nomadic for hooking me up with this guy, because I've been looking for him for a while, trying to grab him at a reasonable price. Because he's, like I said, he's bulky, he's a beefy figure, but he's not a giant figure. He's not in the same league as Hulk or Thing or one of the bigger monster figures, which several of the Venoms that they've done recently have been these big, giant, bulky Venoms. And more importantly, and I will bring this around so I can see it a little better. He has got, it's still a little big, and it's still kind of the razor teeth and stuff, but it's a little more, slightly more normal mouth rather than the big open mouth, giant tongue, slobbering, crazy Venom face. So I really wanted this head as well. And then this is from the Absorbing Man Build-A-Figure wave. Let me get sorry. We're getting glare off my light because I moved it. It's got those are the Absorber Man heads. No big deal there. And then you can see he comes with, he's got his 2 open hands and he's got 2 fists. But this is a Venom that is just, like I said, he's a little more normal, a little less crazy than some of the later Venoms and stuff. And like I said, I have absolutely no interest in the Venomized characters or Carnage or any of the other spin-off symbiote characters they've done. And I know they've got a whole symbiote thing going on in Marvel again, because that's been one of their go-to crossover events lately. The whole King in Black Null storyline that they've got going currently. Just doesn't do it for me, I guess. I don't know. I don't mind Venom as a character, just because he just was always. I like the fact that like he was Spider-Man's spider sense didn't work against him. That was always a big thing. So it made him a dangerous, scary character. Plus the fact that he knew Spider-Man's real identity. He knew, Spider-Man's friends, so he was a threat that way as well. So, it was always more fun to have a little more obsessed, but not just completely crazy and cannibalistic Venom. So, this is a little more of my Venom, I think. But, everybody's got their taste, and I'm not going to dog on anybody who likes, the other versions, but just not my taste. And fortunately, with they just did a whole line of Venom Carnage figures, symbiote characters and stuff, including a Venomized Spider-Gwen and a Venomized Miles Spider-Man. And that was an entire wave I was able to skip, so I kind of liked that. And then Venom Pool, which I don't even know. So, no, this is great. This is going to be going on my shelf of Spider-Man villains, which will be fantastic. I'm doing a good job of building up a solid rogues gallery for my giant collection of Spider-Man figures. So that's awesome. So looking forward to busting him out. He's open, but looking forward to getting him on the shelf and setting him up opposite a Spider-Man, having them duke it out. So, all right, well, that's going to be it for this video. If you liked it, please hit like, subscribe if you're interested in seeing more videos, and, all that jazz, the stuff that all the YouTubers ask you to do. I have a Patreon, and it's thanks to all of my very wonderful Patreon members that I'm able to do this sort of thing. So if you're interested in helping support me and seeing more stuff like this in the future, please check out my Patreon in the link down in the description below. And not only do I do YouTube videos, mostly toy reviews these days, but not only do I do those, but I also am doing fiction. I do game material stuff. Just all kinds of stuff I do over on Patreon. So check me out there, please. And that'll be it for tonight. So until next time, take it easy, have fun playing with your toys.